Bro, I literally got you covered with everything.
Hi, Gunner. What are you guys doing?
Like, and that's salt, when it's like...
Jesse, you know you like. Hey, girl.
Gunner. Gunner. Are you cool being put on the internet? Okay.
That's good.
My crystal meth.
Where's the caramel apples over
Oh my god, that
I'm gonna throw up. I hate you.
It's okay, a lot of people.
I don't ever want to be.
Dude, it barely even got on you, dude. Calm down.
I never want to be near you again.
Mommy, it's okay. God.
What the fuck did you call me?
It's just a little bit of saliva.
It's a little
That shit's in your mouth right now.
Oh my god, you have herpes.
What? Who was herpes?
You're gonna get fucking
How?
from saliva.
Bro, I just took my crystal meth.
Why are you in crystal meth?
Oh,
Dropped it.
are you still recording?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to record the whole class and just see what goes on throughout the day.
I don't even know if your phone would hold that much memory.
Yeah, I have 200 gigabytes.
Listen, this is the same thing that we did last week. So if you have your notes from last week, because we didn't do it because there was just a lot of interruptions and everything. So if you still have your notes from last week, you don't have to write the notes down. It's about prepositions which show direction. So if you still have everything from last week, we'll just go to the question to be done.
Oh gosh,
Okay?
shit.
But if you don't have them, then we'll sit through and do the notes.
Tastes good. Put it in my
Hmm?
I got water in my bag.
Preston, can I have a drink of your water?
Put it in, twist and get it. Choke on it.
You little fiend, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm hot.
It ain't really cold, but it's really good.
I don't give a fuck. Do you want me to waterfall it?
It's whatever you want.
Alright. Can you leave my hair alone?
It was on my comb.
And ask me to move it.
And get rolling on the twist, like up on Christmas. Ain't get to see my, ain't get to hold my mom.
So everyone's done with their daily check-in?
I'm not.
Okay,
Bro's
so
finna
then
record the
no
whole
one should be talking, and we should be working, and do you all have your bell work notes, or do you need to copy them down?
Got him.
Okay, if you have them from last week, like I said, don't copy them, because it's literally the same thing. Okay? Yeah, so we did this last week. If you have them, you don't have to copy them.
I want to listen to music.
There's a little pee running down my leg.
I really hope my phone caught that. Get away from me.
I'll get you one here.
Preston, you want to go get me one?
Miss Conley's not here, so
Look at the back of the
like that.
Can you not? Okay, this is why no one likes you. Thanks, dude.
Oh my god.
Why is your desk so close? Do you see how close it is?
Give me that, mate. Give me that, mate. Give me it. Where's Miss Green at?
I don't know, she might be with a different class. I'm surprised you only hitting it once.
I don't sit there and.
Sometimes you do.
But the most I'll hit is like 3 times. And yeah, I ask a lot because when I only hit it once.
I'm so used to like whenever I let someone hit it, they like hold it for like a good 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I hate
And
that
then give
shit.
it back.
I hate that shit.
Alright, so here we go. We're moving on since everybody's so loud. Hunter, do you have these notes written down? You do? Okay. Alright, so a preposition, it shows direction. We use them all the time. You can remember them because it's somewhere a mouse can go. Most of the time that works. Sometimes it will not work and you'll be like, that doesn't fit.
Jesse,
But most of the time,
wanna say hi?
it will work. Okay. Here's a big list of them.
I'm cold.
Okay? Above, across, according to. See, that one doesn't really fit.
We
Where a
did.
mouse can go, that doesn't work. But down, by, under, underneath, up, with, within, for, through, throughout. A mouse can go all of those
So what are we
places.
doing?
So most of the time, that little phrase, anywhere a mouse can go, will work. Okay? Also,
I did
prepositions
that already.
on their
I don't
own
want them.
will a lot of times be used as an adverb. Most of the time, when we use them and we're talking about them, we're talking about a prepositional phrase. Okay? So, how is a preposition being used in this sentence? When it's raining, it's wise not to look up. So, the word up is a preposition, but in this
Trying to bang.
sentence, it's an adverb because it's modifying the verb.
I went to Kaylee that. Chris, I'm gonna tell Kaylee you said that. I'm gonna tell Kaylee you said that.
Alright,
Like,
so,
yeah.
if you're trying to find a prepositional phrase, you are going to find
What did you just do?
the preposition
You break
and
that
then
off.
ask what, and then the phrase will end with the word that answers that question. So,
Were you
I
shot?
ran into the store. Into
Were you
what?
shot?
The store. So the whole phrase, or the prepositional phrase, is into the store.
Gunnar, do you want to introduce
Right.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Alright, now, there are 12 prepositions in the sentences
Gunnar,
below.
introduce yourself.
10 are prepositional phrases, and 2 are used as simple adverbs. You're going to ask what after
Presley,
each to see if you can determine
introduce
their
yourself.
function. We did not do this last week, so you're going to write this down. We're doing it today.
Presley.
You're going to write down the words in blue, Hunter.
Presley.
You're going to write down the words in blue, Kristen. You listening?
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't seem like it. So you're going to write down the words in blue, and then you're going to ask what after each one,
Dude,
and tell me
that was
whether
nasty.
or not it
At least say
is
excuse
an
me.
adverb or a prepositional phrase. Okay?
No.
And we'll go over it in a minute. So I ran into the store for a gallon of milk, and I also bought a loaf of bread, a tube of mascara, a package of cookies, and a few bags of food for the dog. That's how it always goes. I go in for something small and end up spending way beyond my initial.
90% of them wires have how good.
What?
90% of the wires have how good.
What are you looking for? You just had one. You're about to drop your papers.
He is so warm. My legs are so warm because
Gunner. You're like what, 15, 16? You're like what, 15, 16?
Huh?
Are you 15
16.
or 16? Why the hell are you still pissing yourself? Then go to the bathroom.
It's not 10:10.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Jesse. Introduce yourself.
He's too famous.
Shut up, Gunner.
Jesse, introduce yourself.
I don't feel like it.
Why not?
Because
Because why? Are you too famous? You too famous for us?
no, not for you.
I'm so special. Oh, but it'll work.
Okay, yep, so into what? Yep, into the storm. Alright, so the first one is a prepositional phrase.
Storm.
Alright, and what about
I'm not reading.
for?
Why
Is it a
it's so
prepositional
cold?
phrase or an adverb?
Why is it so cold in here?
Are you sure? For what?
Why is it so cold in here? It's so
For a
cold.
gallon of milk, so then that makes it a prepositional phrase. An adverb modifies a verb, okay?
Presley,
So since
why
it
is it
says
cold?
for what, a gallon of milk, then it's a prepositional phrase, okay? So I ran into the store for a gallon of milk, so of what?
Milk.
Okay, so our prepositional phrase is of milk, so then it is a prepositional phrase,
Presley,
okay?
why is it so cold in here?
Also bought a loaf
It ain't.
of bread.
It is.
So it's of. Yep, prepositional phrase because of what? Of bread. Okay, what about the next of? What
We
is
still
it?
got like 10 minutes to
Of
watch.
what?
Mascara.
Of mascara, which makes it a.
Prepositional.
Okay, thank you. A package of cookies.
I'm wearing mascara.
Prepositional.
Yep, prepositional phrase because it's of what? Of cookies and a few bags of food. So of what?
Food.
Of food for the dogs.
Who you calling, Jesse?
For what?
Who you calling?
For the dogs. So it's
Who you
a.
calling?
Preposition.
Yep, prepositional
Nobody.
phrase. That's how it always goes.
How dare you trick us?
In for something. In what?
In for something.
Okay.
Never
Alright,
mind.
so in is modifying the verb go.
Oh,
Goes where? Goes in. So it's an adverb.
I completely
Okay,
forgot
So in is the adverb
to
there.
tell the camera that it's Red Ribbon Week
For
and what that means.
Something.
or something, so that makes it a
Preposition.
prepositional phrase. Alright?
This week is Red Ribbon Week or
Yeah, so in
Spirit Week with
is the
us
adverb,
say no to drugs
for
and
is a
alcohol
prepositional phrase.
type
Or for
thing,
something.
right?
So in and for are two separate things.
Red Ribbon Week is a
Yeah.
Spirit Week, but with like saying no to drugs and alcohol.
And end up spending way beyond my intentions.
So today is pajama day.
So what would it be?
What are you doing?
Cooking my space bar.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well, today is pajama day. Tomorrow is holiday day.
Is modifying in.
Tomorrow's holiday
In
day.
what? In
And
up. Okay?
freshman
So
is Valentine's
up
Day.
Is actually an adverb.
Sophomores is 4th of July.
Yes. So beyond what?
Juniors are
beyond
Earth
my
Day.
intentions. So that makes it
And
a prepositional
seniors
phrase.
is either Halloween or Christmas.
So the only adverbs are in
And Wednesday
and up. Okay.
is music genre. Jesse.
Yeah, in and up. Okay.
Wednesday is music genre. Yeah, it's favorite music genre day. Hunter just, not Hunter, Gunner just growled. We don't, yeah. Thursday is Disney, Disney movie day. Freshman
Even
has
before George
Toy
Jetson,
Story,
entrance kids
and I'm
with
not
his
for sure what the others
entrance
have.
kids with his
I can
cartoon
look
flying
this up.
car, people dreamed of soaring above traffic congestion. Inventors and entrepreneurs have long tried and failed to make the dream a reality, but that may be changed. Nearly a dozen companies around the globe, including some with deep pockets, such as European aircraft maker Airbus, are competing to be the first to develop a new kind of aircraft that will enable commuters to glide above crowded roadways. So you're looking for which sentence does not contain a prepositional phrase. So remember, to find a prepositional phrase, you find a preposition and ask what. And now every sentence does have a preposition, but they do not all have a prepositional phrase, okay? So D is not the right answer. There is a sentence in there that does not have a prepositional phrase. The highlighted part is what you need to read to answer number 2, which is to make an inference, okay? So that highlighted part will help you make an inference to answer number 2. And you have to write something down. And no one should have a Chromebook opened up right now. So everyone should be done with their daily check-in. You should be done with your daily check-in, done with daily check-in.
Just got yelled at about her Chromebooks. I'm just looking all over the days. Anyway, on Thursday, freshman is Toy Story. Sophomores is Inside Out. I'm just copying you. That's a game. Sophomores Inside Out. Juniors is Parts of the Caribbean. But I don't know what seniors is. I didn't get to look before she yelled at us. Do you know what seniors is for Thursday? Because sophomores is Inside Out. Juniors are Pirates of the Caribbean. We are Toy Story. Gunnar, do you know? No one knows what seniors is. Except for probably seniors.
I don't know.
Alright, number one, which sentence does not contain a prepositional phrase? If you thought it was number one, raise your hand. I mean, if you thought it was A, raise your hand. If you thought it was B, raise your hand. Okay, yay. Alright, B is the right answer. So, B says inventors and entrepreneurs have long tried and failed to make the dream a reality, but that may be changing. Okay, so 2 is a preposition, but it is modifying the sentence failed. Or the verb failed, and also, yep. Okay, so for 2, the passage suggests that the desire for flying cars is partially caused by which of the following, and you say C, traffic congestion problems. And how did you know? By the overcrowded.
What time is it?
Yes, overcrowded roadways. They think flying above the roadways will help with
We got a minute
congestion
to walk to
problems.
lunch.
Okay, very good.
We got less than a minute for lunch.
I know. That's why we should start talking.
Oh, it's time to go.
Well, we even got them.
Chicken nuggets.
Alright, we can go on the list.
Should I film in lunch or no? Okay. See people after lunch. Bye. So it's after lunch. That took us already.
Here, drink the
What time is it, Jesse? What time is it? Time check? 12:20. Lunch started at 1:45 and got back at 12:20. So that's 40 minutes. 40 minutes? Quick. It's 40 minutes of lunch, right?
Bro, you need your phone stand.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you so tiny?
40
Oh.
It's 40 minutes of lunchtime.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
so tiny.
Yeah.
Um,
What, bro?
Okay, listen, everyone.
it's sweating in my classroom right now.
Everyone has a story?
No, just kidding, I do.
No? If you don't have a story. Okay?
My hands are always cold, dude.
Good day, hello.
I honestly might get dress coded in this shirt.
Actually, not much people know
Because it
that.
rises up and sometimes I go
Pull your
like,
pants up.
no, like it rises up and sometimes I go so far that it like shows my titties.
On a good day?
A minute
On a
and
good
19
day.
seconds.
Yeah, because I just restarted it.
On a good day.
What are you two?
A ball cap.
Why?
Because it tastes good.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's just something to
You look
chew.
good today.
Huh?
You look good today.
Damn, I'm ugly.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Watch, bro. Change this one. I'll take the glasses out. Go on there.
Okay.
Oh, it's all good.
So we're gonna read this story called The Sniper. Everyone needs a pencil, and if you have a highlighter, get a highlighter.
I really don't want to get And how am I supposed to?
I know. We have not finished the escape room. That's okay.
I'm scared.
I thought you guys could do it on your own. I don't know why we did it with you all. Pretty healthy. Did you all?
Yes, I could not figure out 2 of them for laughter.
Well, anyway, that's okay. We have to do this because we were supposed to take a learning check last Monday and we have not done it. So if we do not take this test by Wednesday, then we're all in trouble. So we gotta take this test, we gotta read this story, we're gonna review for the test either today or tomorrow, and then we are gonna take the test. So when I say we're gonna review for the test, what I mean by review is that the questions are on the review and I will give you the answers, okay? So pay attention, all right? Listen. Does everyone have a highlighter? Something to annotate or write on your story with? No? Okay.
I have a highlighter. Yeah, I got you.
I'll have some highlighters.
Thank you.
I hate this class sometimes.
Okay, we need a highlighter.
I always expect it.
I'll use both.
I go give you the same color too. Try to do blue or green.
Here, you give me blue. I'll give you the
No.
orange. You can use the orange.
No.
Okay, now listen.
Which one do you
Blue or
get?
You
Blue.
need to press, you need to move over here.
No.
Okay.
Welcome.
Alright. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go over some things before we read. Just to refresh your memory. Okay? So we're gonna be looking for a point of view. You need to be able to know if it's first person, second person, or third person. What are the two different types of third person? Does anyone know?
They're right here.
Omniscient.
Okay, yes, what does that mean? Third person omniscient means that, we know everything about everyone in the story. And then the other one is what, third person,
I want to say like singular, but I don't know the actual word.
it's limited, close,
Yeah.
but limited, okay? So that means we only know things about either one or two people in the story. There's no reason to have a
cool.
Chromebook out, okay?
Good job.
So we need to know what specific point of view the story is told in. So when you get it figured
I
out,
bought
make
it
a
from
note
Walmart.
on your story, okay? You will not lose this that you're taking notes with and annotating, and I will let you use it. You'll actually have a copy when you take your story, but like when you take your test, but if you have this paper copy, annotate it and stuff, then you can use it, okay? Alright, so, you also will need to know the setting. So the setting can not only be the place and the time, but also can be, cultural things happening at the time. So since we don't have a lot of time to do, background information on this short story, I'll just tell you, this story takes place in the 1920s in Ireland. I already got it put up back there, and it's during the Civil War, okay? So,
Like
just
American
write that
Civil
down
War.
somewhere, 1920s, Ireland, Civil War.
Ireland Civil War.
1920s, Ireland, Civil War.
Is this based on the true story?
No, but the author did live through this, so, okay, 1920s, Ireland during the Civil War, that's the thing. As we read, I'll tell you when to highlight more specific things about the setting. Okay, now, you're gonna be asked specific things about the plot. Okay, can anyone tell me, like, what all makes the plot of a story? Okay, alright, yes. Okay, so the beginning, which in literature now, we're gonna call it this big fancy word. Does anyone know the fancy word?
Star.
Rhino.
It's called an exposition, okay? Exposition is, the beginning.
So like Uncharted.
What?
So like Uncharted.
What?
No? So the maybe, is that a video game?
No, it's a movie.
It's also, but the movie is based off a video game. So, yeah, the exposition is the beginning, alright? So the, exposition is a fancy word for the beginning of the plot. It's when the characters and the setting and the first conflict is introduced, okay? The rising action, I don't know if you wanna make note of this on the back of your paper, probably be a good idea, okay? So, it first goes exposition, Then rising action is everything that leads up to the climax. Climax is the big important thing, all right, that is the turning point of the story. Then, once the climax happens, then we have the falling action, which is everything that leads after the climax to the resolution, or what's another word that we might have heard before, which ends the story. Starts with a C.
Climax.
What?
Conclusion.
Yeah, okay, conclusion. So previously we called it the conclusion, and now we're gonna call it the resolution, where the conflict is solved and the story ends, okay?
Shut
So
up.
we're gonna have to be able to pick out all of those things within the story, okay? And then we're gonna look for symbols within the story. I want you to write these words down, and as we come across them, you're gonna be thinking about what they could mean, okay? So everyone write down, gun. Armored car. Bridge. And parapet. P-A-R-A-P-E-T, or P-E-T, sorry.
Hold on, go
A
back.
parapet is like, a little overhanging on a roof that you might stand under, okay? Like if it's raining, you know, like,
Like an awning?
kind of like an over, I don't know how to explain it, okay. Everyone knows where, Marshall's is and Kohl's, okay? You know, like, if you stand real close to the wall, there's that little thing that'll keep the rain from getting on you, if you walk like this, okay, that would be like a parapet. It kinda hangs over top.
I thought that was just an
From getting
awning.
wet. It is an awning, but. I
Can you
can't think
spell
of
it
that
again?
word, So, or a parapet.
Can you spell it again?
P-A-R-A-P-E-T. So, as we're reading and you see those things, you're gonna
What's it
think
called,
about
dude?
what maybe they might represent. So a symbol is when something represents something other than what it literally is, okay? So we're gonna be looking for what the mood and the tone is of the story. Oh, characters, okay. So there's different types of characters, right? There's dynamic characters. Dynamic characters change a whole lot throughout a story or a novel. They go through lots of different changes, could be physical, emotional, social. A static character remains the same. They don't age, they don't physically change, they don't emotionally change, they don't socially change. A round character has many characteristics. A static character, we only know one or two things about them, okay? We're gonna be trying to figure out what this character is. Alright, so as we're reading, anything that you see or hear that describes their character, you're gonna highlight it or make note of it so that at the end, you'll be able to answer what kind of character that he is. Okay? Oh, and, look for what types
This
of conflict.
teacher's.
You all know the different types of conflict, right? Internal and external, right? An internal conflict is something happening within yourself, against yourself. External is something that happens that we can see. Man versus man, man versus nature, man versus technology, what else? Society, yep, okay. Alright, so also what type of conflict? Okay.
why do you have my last name?
Red flag.
Why do you have the same last name as me? Change it.
Okay, so here we go. It's a real short
Can't do
story.
that.
Yeah, you can.
So,
I can't
everybody
do
ready?
that.
Why not?
We're just gonna listen to it. Here you go.
Liam O'Flaherty. The long June flared that night. Dublin lay enveloped in darkness, but for the dim light of the moon that shone through fleecy clouds, casting a pale light as of approaching dawn over the streets and the dark waters of the Liffey. Around the beleaguered four courts, the heavy guns roared. Here and there, through the city, machine guns and rifles broke the silence of the night, spasmodically, like dogs barking on lone farms. Republicans and
He said, "Oh,
Christians
You
civil
wanna plug
war.
anything?
On a rooftop near O'Connell Bridge, a Republican
Plug your
sniper lay
social media.
watching. Beside
Plug
him
your
lay his
social media.
rifle, and over his shoulders was flung a pair of field glasses. His face was the face of a student, thin and ascetic, but his eyes had the cold gleam of a fanatic. They were deep and thoughtful, the eyes of a man who was used to looking at death. He was eating a sandwich.
Okay, so, does anyone see anything in here that we could highlight that shows us the setting?
On a rooftop near O'Connell Bridge.
Yes, very good, okay? So we're gonna highlight that. It's the only thing that tells us the setting, okay? We're looking for setting, characteristics, words that might tell us the mood. Let's go back to the first paragraph. I'm gonna read this first sentence to you. Oh, go ahead, yep. Okay, the long June twilight faded into night. Okay, so that does two things. It tells us what the setting is, and it's setting the mood and the tone. Okay? Alright, so it shows us that this is taking place in June, and the fact that it's saying twilight fading into night kind of goes ahead and sets the tone, right? Now it says Dublin, here we go, here's another, what, that's a city, so it tells us what, it's a place, that is
Now.
the setting, thank you. So Dublin, lay enveloped in darkness. That is the second sentence on that top line. Okay, if something is enveloped in darkness, does that make us feel happy? No. What does it make us feel?
Sad.
Okay? Sad, moody, scary, suspenseful, what? All of those?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna need you all to talk a little bit. I'm not just gonna stand up here and tell you the answers. You're gonna have to try to talk a little bit, okay? You're probably thinking the right thing. Or you all can read this silently or listen to it, and then we can just do the learning check. Okay? But you all gotta give me something. Everybody understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, so let's try again. Does anyone see any other words that might show or hint at the mood or tone in the first paragraph that we just read? Could be anything. Words, okay. Okay, yep, you wanna tell us where that's at? Yep. The moon that shone through fleecy clouds. Alright, good. What else?
Beside him lay his rifle and over his shoulders a slung pair of field glasses.
Wait, say it real loud. I can hear you.
Beside him lay his rifle, and over his shoulders was slung a pair of field glasses.
Okay? That, we could use that for characterization, so I might write characterization up from it. That's telling us a little bit about him, right? About the Republican sniper. If everyone will go back up to the end of paragraph 1, it tells us that heavy guns roared, and that the rifles broke the silence of the night like dogs barking on lone farms. That Republicans and Free Staters were waging civil war. This not only is the setting, but also can be the mood. War is usually a suspenseful type of story, right? Okay, now in paragraph 2, you all reread this and tell me if there's any other characterization happening.
Bye. Say bye, Donnie. Say bye.
Yes.